This is Davis. So from PGE-4. So I'm here to present our group project, which was done with my as a group with my classmates, Sarah, VM, Nathan, and Malone. So we all did this deploy. This is a deployment project, and we all did it together. But since we are doing alternauts, we couldn't come to class to present it together, make a presentation. So that's why only one of us, that's me, could present this project which we did together. So basically we have created an application that um, does image processing uh, on the chips, images of. So let's start with the first. We have deployed it on the internet using Azure. So we have this addresses. So let's take the first one. So here we have used YOLO, or we have a model YOLO and segmentation. So we use this to uh, run the image, as if detect bubbles on the image. So let's take the first image of a chip and run the analysis. So here it detects the bubbles along with the confidence score. It uses segmentation and YOLO together. So there's a bounding box as well, and you have the metrics here. We can download this as a CSV file. So we go to the second HTTP URL. So in this one, we can actually use YOLO to detect the bubbles first, and then use SAM to search for bubbles which has not been detected by the initial YOLO model. So we have this board, and as before, it detects the bubbles, but we can see some bubbles are not detected. So what we do is we can draw a box over that bubble. Okay, and yes, it has been detected now. And we can send the feedback to for retraining the model. So, so this is an old state. So let's send the feedback. And let's start the retraining process. So it takes some time. It's running, it's getting started. So meanwhile, let us show what we did, all of us we did together. So we have created, first we start, so this application, we, um, we what we did was we created it locally. We split ourselves in two teams, one working on AI, on the AI models, and one working on the MLOps and the softwares. Okay. But for the deployment, what we did was we used a combination of Azure Kubernetes Service and Azure Machine Learning together to run together to finish the deployment. So basically our entire application runs from Azure Kubernetes containers, but using Azure Machine Learning for for models for the inference portions. So we have what we did was we created resource groups. So because you can see we are all what we have is student accounts, like educational accounts. So we had difficulty finding enough resources. So we had to choose between West Europe and France Central, and that's how we managed to find the resources. So let's so let's go to what we did. So let's first talk about the Kubernetes. So so here we in the Kubernetes service, we have the logs here, and we have the we can see the endpoint API server address. You have other informations like the resource groups, and we have this ports, external IP ports. So our whole application lives over here, the backend, and then we have the sorry we have the Azure Machine Learning. So we have so let's go to uh, the endpoint. So this is the compute target, which is the Kubernetes. This is where we have. We'll show you where the model. Let's see where the models are. Yeah, models. Here is a YOLO segmentation model. The SAM model is not deployed because it lives in the container. Because this is the main model. So so that's what we have done for the deployment, and we have served it as a, as you can see, as a worldwide web endpoints. And we have also some logs here. And let's show you our GitHub. So here we have the GitHub. It's on the main branch, and we have our code base. We can share all this with you. And here is the project. What we have. We have all of the what we have done. So we have all right. So let's talk about how each person contributed. So uh, Nathan, he created the YOLO segmentation model. It was a very good model that he did, and he created that was what he did. And Malone, he helped me with the creating the software, this backend, the code and everything. And Sarah, she helped me a lot with the deployment. So in fact, you can see Sarah's repositories here, these two. So she basically brought out the infrastructure from which um, we could create to start the deployment. You can see uh, she's created the infrastructure, and we finished it, and we moved on to deployment. And she also did some work here, Helm base. But we have not had didn't have time to explore that. But based on her work, we continued. We were able to finish. And she's the one who actually she did the put the model on the Azure Machine Learning service. She created the endpoints, and she uh, registered the models, and she created the endpoints, and so that with that we could um, connect our models to the service, to the Kubernetes. So she did that, and that we all worked on this, each one of us. And And yes, so I hope you're happy with our work. We will send you. You can test our application. We will definitely send you these links, and also we can, if you want, we can send you our GitHub as well if you want to verify it. And if you have any questions, you can definitely ask us. And yes, also we use some storage also of for saving certain files. We try to use blob storage, but because the main problem is the lack of resources available for students, so have much we couldn't do much. But for me, this is my first Azure project, but I have done a few on Amazon AWS. Okay. I hope if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact any of us. Thank you so much for your attention.